They said Christmas was canceled. Mom's voice cracked just enough to sound convincing. Money's tight this year. Sweetheart, we'll just do something small. Maybe next month. I believed her. That night, I microwaved leftovers cold. Turkey from last week and stared at the quiet apartment. No lights, no laughter. Just the faint hum of the fridge. I told myself it was fine. Family isn't about gifts or food. It's about showing up. Until my phone buzzed. A notification. Your sister has gone live. I almost ignored it. Almost, but curiosity. A cruel thing. The video loaded, music. Pounding, champagne glasses clinking, a DJ booth glowing red and gold. Everyone was there. My parents, my cousins, my sister spinning around in a sequin dress. Shouting, "Merry Christmas, everyone." Someone yelled, "Don't tag her. She'll find out." They laughed. I set my phone down, heart thudding like distant thunder. Then silence, complete surgical silence. For years I'd been the fixer, the quiet one who handled the bills when they forgot. When Dad's business failed, I paid his rent. When Mom needed emergency dental work, I sent the money. Without hesitation. My sister's wedding, I covered the florist and pretended it was a gift. They called me responsible. But responsibility is just a nice word for useful. I didn't ask for thanks, just honesty, just inclusion. But that night, watching them toast to each other under fairy lights, I paid for something. Snap. Wasn't anger. Not yet. Was awareness. Cold, clean awareness. The next morning I scrolled through their posts. Best night ever. Family is everything. There was Dad red-faced and laughing arm around my uncle. Mom in a new emerald dress. The same woman who said she couldn't afford a meal. The same woman who made me feel guilty for asking if we'd still exchange gifts. Then my eyes landed on a single comment. One from my cousin. Big shout out to Sis for covering the drinks tab. You're a lifesaver. Sis replied with a wink emoji. Funny thing, I was the one who'd sent her $500 last week for groceries. Stared at the screen, the betrayal. Setting in not like a storm, but like frost, slow, creeping, inevitable. That's when the switch flipped. No rage. No shouting, just a thought. Enough. Made coffee, sat by the window, watched the city wake. Then I opened my banking. For years I'd been the family safety net. Joint accounts shared. Transfers, automatic payments. Every time they'd forget rent or wait on a paycheck, I'd bridge the gap. My generosity was their infrastructure. So, I spent the morning reviewing it all. Every payment link, every shared bill. Rent deposits, family plan, phone bills. Car insurance, even Dad's utilities. Wasn't angry. I was calm, precise. Remembered every late night plea. Every "we'll pay you back" promise. Every guilt trip disguised as affection. I drafted one final message in notes. Family isn't who needs you, it's who values you. Then I waited. At 10:02 p.m. Dad texted, "Hey, can you send the $3,100 for rent? We're short again. You know, I'll return it next week." $3,100. The same number I transferred last December and the December before that. Read it twice, smiled and typed, "Lose my number. I don't fund liars." Then I hit send, blocked him. Next I logged into the shared utilities dashboard, removed my card. The phone plan gone. Netflix, family, Spotify, insurance, canceled or locked to new credentials. Every dependency unraveled like thread. By 1 a.m. I'd shut down a system that had run for 8 years. I poured myself a glass of wine, the same kind they toasted with. Somewhere out there, their lights flickered, their calls dropped, their accounts declined. I went to bed smiling. 7:43 a.m. 53 missed calls. My phone buzzed nonstop until I switched it to silent. Then one voicemail from Mom. Her voice shaky. "Please call us." The landlord's here. The bank froze your father's card. We didn't know you'd see that video. Was supposed to be a surprise for you later. Surprise. That word almost made me laugh. They hadn't called me for Christmas, but now that the bills hit, suddenly they found my number. I deleted the voicemail. Then I opened my messages and posted my own Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates honestly. Attached a photo of my table. One plate, one candle, one perfect piece. Let them scroll through that. Let them choke on their silence. It's strange how quiet the world becomes when you stop funding noise. At first they sent messages through friends. You're overreacting. Then we're family. Then silence. 3 weeks later, my sister texted from a new number. Can we talk? I miss you. Didn't respond, because forgiveness isn't about answering calls. It's about finally understanding who deserved your attention in the first place. I still think about that Christmas sometimes. Not the party, not the lies, but the moment I realized peace doesn't come from reunion, it comes from release. They built their celebration on deception. I built mine on truth. And when I raised that single glass under the dim kitchen light, I wasn't alone. Was free. Family can lie, betray, and drain you dry. But once you cut the cords, the silence you feared becomes the sound of your own strength.